Yes, and as we enter the Toyota AXIO, zadhani ni gari ndogo because of its compact shape nje na nini. But as I had said, the main goal for manufacturing this car was to make a dynamic exterior, yet while looking at the compact and the comfortability of the driver. As you can see, nikiingia ndani, the car is quite spacious, quite big. Uko na nini, it's all manual, of course, Toyota. You can set your height, I mean your leg room, which yangu itakuwa pale hapo. And of course, using this, you can set your height now, either up or down. And of course, for the back seat, just to give you the comfort you need while driving. And considering the seats are not leather, they are cloth trimmed, yote. And you might think this is a bad thing, but see sana, the seat is quite comfortable, kiti ni kubwa, ni spongy, fiti. Sile unakalia kaa bench, you know. Hiyo story ingine. Anyway, the AXIO seat is quite comfortable, and of course you do have the adjustable for the steering wheel, which this one can come in and out or up and down depending on the exact height you want. Mine will be somewhere there. Always remember to lock it. As you come to the back of the Toyota AXIO, we have very comfortable seats. The steel cloth, steel leather, and of course at the back you can fit comfortably 3, as this is a 5-seater car, 4 doors of course, and the comfortability is just okay. Of course, coming with a safety belt, so you do have the safety belt for the both sides and in the middle. And what I want to talk about mostly is the middle, because when you come in the middle, the Toyota AXIO does have a trim that comes with a all-wheel drive system. Before I had said the AXIO does come with a front-wheel system, but we do have some specs that come with a all-wheel version, and you'll find that it will have a huge lamp in between the middle seats to allow for the prop shaft to go all the way down to the differential or the rear axle. So napata here in the middle there is a weird hump that ukikaa hapa utakaa fiti, but for the front wheel version, of course, haina hump. It's completely flat down here, and which allows you to be quite comfortable still juu ya leg room kwa fiti. Having adjusted ya mbele fiti na bado kuna leg room and headroom, of course. Headroom is very important. You see, this car can carry a lot of people, so ataka weni boys kwa Lambogi ndani, you want to go somewhere, inaweza toshea watu, but respect the road, respect other drivers, na usi overload wase, si fiti. The Toyota AXIO interior trim, as I had said, this is the G trim, and any more luxury, imekuwa more things. It's more of the higher trim. Comes with, of course, cloth trims, as you can see here. Inakuza na cloth trims, but most AXIOs utapata inakuza na plastic, sijui mbona. They do have, but this has cloth trims all over, even on the door panels. It just has a certain elegancy to it, and knowing still it's a Toyota. And of course we do have power windows, yeah, the central locking system of the car, and the anti-rolling windows. And of course we do have a lot of space down here for enough for a bottle or kuweka vitu zako. And of course the handle where you can use to close the door. And coming to this side, we do have the controls for controlling the power mirrors, which are down here, where you can close them or open them, or set the light adjuster. This sets the level of the light usiku. Like usiku kienda, when you use this, you'll notice that it will move the lights either to kuona karibu or kuona mbele kiasi, which is very important. If you do have coins around here, you can just put them like that. You can arrange them and then you lock it in there. Toyota wanafikiria kila kitu. I mean, they even put a slider for your coins. Anyway, and we do have vents on both sides of the dashboard, where you can use them to adjust your paliuko ndikuchape kwa uso ama ichape mbali, but depending on you. And of course we do have another vent up here, but this one is for the outside. You can't control this one. And when we come to the dashboard, it is kind of plastic. It is plastic still, but depending on how you take care of it. Of course, ukiosha gari, wax it, panguza. The waxing is very important as it's inaongeza miaka to your car. So as you can see, still looks brand new, still elegant. And on the steering wheel, we have a 3-spoke steering wheel. In that we have, of course, the 3-spoke steering wheel. And something that is unique from the G trim and the X trim, we do have certain aluminium trims. For example, on the steering wheel, we do have this silver trim. It is kind of plastic. It is plastic, but it's the color and the trim itself makes it look okay. As I might try to show you here, the trim just looks okay and nice. And as I try to show you down here on the display board of the driver over there in the middle there, which of course, as you can see, the middle trim over there does have a digital system that shows you the distance in the watts. It does show you a lot of things actually. Even the average the fuel efficiency you've used, the average, because as right now it does show me 15.8 kilometers per liter. That's the average consumption of this particular model car right now. The average. It all depends on how you drive. As this is mostly a commuter car, utaendesha sana. Even ukiendesha sana, the Toyota has very reliable things. As you can see, the general display of the dashboard is just amazing with a certain trim that looks stylish, looks elegant, kind of futuristic. It does have a map, navigation system, but you have to update it. If you buy this car in 2022, unapata most of the cards, the maps, the Zikon is a 2014 and they don't work in Kenya and it's a Japan. But if you update it to Kenyan and update it to the year, you will have your own navigation system hapa hivi and utaweza kuona pale unaenda just in case kwenye utapotea. The info system, as you can see, is still quite good, very big screen and all that. And as we move down to the climate control, too sad it's not a dual climate control. It's only a single, but it's okay as you do have an AC, you can control either ikuchapi kwa uso, chini, anywhere, all that. It all works. You can control the front or the rear passengers, and all this can be controlled through here in the climate control system. And as you can see, it's quite elegant, looks quite good in a katu inaweza, I don't know, because if I do turn on the car and turn this on, tapata, let me see, you see, and itapuliza siku za joto na nini, you'll stay cool mostly in hot places. As you can hear, the car is quite quiet, imetulia. It's a very simple car to use. It's a very easy car for anyone who anaanza kuendesha gari hadi amemaliza tu driving school. This car is good, as you can see. The turning is good as it does have a power steering. Una turn tu pole pole, enjoy the car. The steering wheel is soft, it's nice and it's quite comfortable. The seat is comfortable according to set. Ukiset height yako fiti, you can even ona barabara fiti. And as I'm even navigating the corners, the car is just simple. It's a car that we can teach anyone mwenye anaanza kuendesha gari, kuzoea gari, you know. There are things that you can't teach someone, you have to learn them by experience. I love how big the spacing is of the general area. The windows, the windscreen is clear, it's big, inakaa tu vizuri, and of course you have to be very cautious of your side mirrors and your mirror zote. Just always ukiendesha, follow your roads and respect other drivers. That's a very important thing. The car is quite simple, and of course this being a 1.5 liter fuel efficient car, it does have an economical system which is usually on at all times na inakonyeshaga at the driver's display. But when you rev past 2,000 rounds per minute RPMs, the ecosystem inajizima, so you consume more fuel while accelerating. But on normal cruises, it's always on economic mode, which enables you to save as much fuel as you can. And of course, the car not being as big and as spacious as you might think, the car is actually going for around 1.3 to 1.5 million. And of course, the car is just simple. The display is informative. Well, that was the 2014 Toyota AXIO. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you have some comments, you can leave them down below. And of course, keep it locked on Will's Garage. I'm your host, Henry Maina. Catch you next time.